No. Choo 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 doo 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 doo. We're gonna be live very soon, sir. You should be jumping in, you know. And I appreciate you for being on the show. You know what I mean? Definitely, definitely a treat for all of us. The biggest thing is, it might take some time to jump on. It's been ages since I've done something like this. You know, it's. Let me know if anything happens. Are you? We got the notification. Maybe it takes some time. Yeah, that's very important, right? That's very very important. It's good for us to know that. But I mean, truth be told, it's one of those things where we got to do things like this sometimes. I got to jump on to see. Are we jumping on? Hey people, what's going on with the truckers? Welcome to the Asia My Show. My ass has not gone live in so long. I forgot how to do this shit on a laptop. And so we're going on it, and as we go, we're gonna get better at it and better at it. But as you know, this is Show Me the Money. Hopefully, you guys can all hear me very well, and we have a special guest today, the Wandering Nomad. So, Wandering Nomad, how are you doing today, sir? Hell yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about right now. So, we did a video, or I posted a video like on Saturday or Sunday, showing some of these pay stubs of yours. But let's be real. The pay stubs are hard to follow because if you're not in the company, you might not really get to know more than what that gross is. So, today we're not doing anything about exposing, but I guess we are kind of exposing the truth of what you kind of make at Creed and Schaefer. Are you okay with doing that, brother? That's what I'm talking about, brother. So, definitely, definitely, Wanted Nomad. Can you please, you all right over there? So, can't hear caller yo. So, is it very low? Let me know. Let me work on this. This is let me see. Is anything happening? Why the hell is the voice low? Why the hell is the voice low? Did anything happen on your side? Let's try and get that. I don't trust anyone. Audio's low. It says audio's low. Volume is it better? Is it good? Joey says it's good. Only a dog can hear him. Oh man, that's messed up. So I'm trying to see what I can do on my side. So it sounds like you are not on speaker. What the freak, yo? I know, but let me see. I'm working over here. I'm using my Asian skills. I'm going in hard right now. Let's see if anything's going on. If not, let me unhook mine and see if that does anything, okay? Okay, you can hear me but not the caller. Okay. But let me unhook this whole thing so you guys Give me a second.
How we doing? If need be, I can go to speakerphone on my phone. How we sounding, guys? You can hear me now too, guys? Somebody said they can hear me, but not you. Oh, there's another. Yeah, now it's opposite. Well, what's up, guys? Wandering Nomads here. While Asian Maya's getting his stuff together. No, they're just saying it's opposite now. So what's going on? What's up? 1 2 1 2. I hear you. All right, so now they're saying no sound. Um, so they so so they can't hear you. I'm guessing they can still hear me. I, I hear you fine. Sure do. Where's Jenna? She can fix it. So they can hear me, but not Alex.
To be Asian. What kind of Asian am I? Can't get this. Okay, this should work. Did anything happen, guys? Say something, brother.
Can you guys hear him?
Can you hear me? Check, check.
I know
One,
you
two, one,
can.
two. Check, check. 1 2 1 2. Check, 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 check. Hello. Big penis over here. 1 2 1 2. Big penis. 5 7.
They're definitely out here like Brick 19 radio check.
There you are. Okay, so silence. Um, how's it going? Oh, it's working now.
All right,
You're in.
sounds like
Okay,
we got both of
okay.
us.
So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna stop the stream. because that's too much bullshit. And then I'm gonna re-jump. So if y'all want to jump in, I'm sorry, but jump back in, okay? Because I want the stream to be legit. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna stop the stream, guys, and then I'm gonna jump on a new one, okay? So you good with that, Wandering Nomad? Because we want this to be right.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys come to the new stream too. Like seeing all these comments coming in.
Yeah, yeah. Zoom in on the pay stub. Hard to read. I know it's hard to read. It's hard to read on the computer. So I don't know how the hell to zoom in on this bitch. Before I jump off, let me see what I do. Let me see.
Just so you guys know, when we go and do this for real, we are going into like the meat and potatoes of everything. So I'm going to break down all these pay stubs.
Right, right.
So
And okay, and
so
just for
you guys don't have to worry about that.
and here's the thing. Here's the thing too, guys. I'm gonna be using the video that I did 3 days ago, the Crete and Schaefer video. Show me the money. I'm gonna go in order with that, so you guys can see it and run through it. So, all right. So I do not know why the pay stubs are looking light, but that's like the best I could do, unless. Because I can't zoom in this bitch. I'm on YouTube.
You're on a laptop.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the stream and I'm going to jump back in, all right?
All right. All right. I'll get that notification here shortly.
Yeah. We'll be good to go.
And then I'm just going to answer whatever questions you throw at me. I'll see the comments coming, but I'll answer the ones that you throw at me.
No, I definitely will, brother. I definitely will.
That way I'm not putting too much fluff into your stuff.
No, it's good, man. It's good. I think we're already live.
Are we? I haven't gotten a notification yet.
It's one of those things where, that's why, we should be good and going.
It looks like it.
It resumed the stream from where it was? What the? I'll edit and
We're
cut it.
back. Looks like it went into the same live, though.
Is that what happened?
I don't know. Yep, up, down, left, right, select, start, A, B. That's how you reset everything.
But you know what we're going to do on this live, and it's going to be great, is, since we're here already, and I'm the wrong kind of Asian, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. What we're going to do is we're just going to go into it, and then we'll answer the questions of the people, and then after, I'll edit the video, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So we'll be good to go on that. So it won't even be a problem. So it's just one.
We came here to expose Crete and Schaefer and their pay and everything, but here we are exposing you as a fake Asian or something.
Yeah. I'm like the fake Asian that doesn't know how to. So all right, I'm gonna start the recording, and then this is just gonna be like a live broadcast, right? So first off, I'm gonna start recording. What's going on, mother truckers? Welcome to the Asian Maya Show. Hopefully you guys are doing great today. So what we're doing today is we have Wandering Nomad on the phone. I appreciate you for being here, sir.
Hey, not a problem. Thanks for having me on.
Not a problem, man. We just appreciate you for helping us not expose your company you work for, but expose the truth to what your company is and how it operates. And so that people that want to jump on to Crete and Schaefer can do so and basically know what they're getting into. So I really appreciate you for being on the show. And because of that, definitely for the ones that don't know, Wandering Nomad, he just started a YouTube channel as well, people. So let me jump into this and let me jump out real quick and let me show you guys his channel. Let me jump on. If I could spell right now, that would be great, right?
Yeah.
Wandering Nomad. Okay. So, which one are you?
Should be the one with like, I don't know, 15, 20 videos right now.
Okay, so right
60
here, people. See,
subscribers.
look, right here, people. So this is Wandering Nomad, and basically he does videos about Crete and Schaefer. And so I reached out to him and asked him about pay stubs, and because of that, now we are here today. So please, people, if you get the opportunity, I don't care if people have a lot of subscribers or not. I mean, Wandering Nomad, how many subscribers are you at the moment?
I think 65, 66, something like that.
And it doesn't freaking matter because at the end of the day, you're giving us so much information, and most guys with thousands of subscribers don't even do that shit. So I really appreciate you for that, brother.
Yeah, it's what I like to do. I want to give people information I wish I had when I came into the industry or choosing a company or whatever.
So no, and that's what's dope, man. So I appreciate it very much. So with that said, people, jump on and subscribe. But we're gonna get into this. What we're gonna do is we already actually have all the pay stubs right here from Schaefer, a trucker weekly pay stubs. So I want y'all, when you get an opportunity, if it's kind of blurry a little bit, it's kind of hard to zoom in. I'm on a laptop right now. I know I'm Asian. I should be a better Asian that knows how to do secret ninja stuff, but I don't. So we're gonna click on the pay stub, and then we're gonna go through it, and basically see what's going on. So right now we're on the screen, people, and I'm gonna go ahead. Is it more clear right now on the screen like this, or should I blow it up a little bit? What are you seeing on your side, Nomad?
Right now I'm not seeing anything. It looks like I'm about 5 or 10 seconds behind, so
No worries,
I'm
no
still
worries.
showing you talking and finding my channel.
No worries, no worries. Because I'm gonna zoom this
Actually,
better.
that looks more blurry. Yeah.
What happens if I zoom in like this? Is that doing anything better? Because we're doing our best over here. The technology we have. I think
Can't
some of
quite
them,
tell
you know what?
yet.
I really think just that one is blurry. So let's get into this, people. So
Okay.
we're going to get into the questions in a second. Um, and people, like I said, it's on the video. So let me screen jump on this and we'll pass it. Okay. Let me pause this bad boy. Um, right now, looking at this, we're looking at $1,696.52, right?
Yep. That was
So,
last week's paycheck.
so that was last week's paycheck. And so, with Crete and Schaefer, it says Crete Carrier Corp right there. Why does it say that when you work for Schaefer?
Crete Carrier actually is basically the parent company of 3 different companies. The Crete Carrier, which is the drive van, Schaefer Trucking is the reefer side, and Hunt Transportation is the flatbed.
Okay, so now that we know that information, what kind of experience do you need to get in? Because I got a couple comments that said that you actually need to go through a certain school or something like that, or a list of schools that they have to be approved for Crete and Schaefer. Is that true?
It is. If you want to come in brand new, they only have a list of certain schools they work with. If you graduate from the Swift Academy, they're not going to take you. You're going to have, at that point, you would have to have 6 months experience if you did not go to one of their schools.
Okay, and how do you know what the list is? Do you just go on like Crete.com or something like that?
Yes, actually, I believe on one of my videos, I posted a link to the approved schools.
Okay, no worries, no worries. So, all right,
And it's
wait.
broken down by state, so it's easy.
Okay, so they're gonna see all that then, and then, I'll put the link to that video, so that people could see that, and then I'm sure if you go to SchaeferTrucking.com or Crete, you can see the list of approved schools to go to, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're good on that. So okay, we're jumping in. We're looking at this pay stub right now, $1,696.52. All right, break down what was going on with that because we're missing a little bit of
Well,
information.
looks that was actually a full week. There was no carryover. That was a week that I busted my hump. Got 3,109 miles.
Okay.
$48.75 in detention. So I had a total of like 3.5 hours detention that week. So it's not like I'm sitting around. A
Right.
lot of people think with reefer, you're just sitting around. So I got 3,109 miles, $48 in detention. I did, that week, I took a $125 advance. I'm not sure what that was for, but that's what came under Comdata Cash. And it looks like they took out some money for the locks that we have as far as the trailer and the kingpin and all that stuff. Um,
So,
and then, of course, I have my other deductions, the medical insurance and all that stuff.
so when it came out, your checking account for that week was $1,180. Is that right?
Yes, that's what was deposited into my account.
Okay. So, and that was a week that you ran really hard, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wanted to see how good I could do. I was actually kind of upset that week because it kind of lit a fire under me because I was supposed to take a reset. I had done like 3 consecutive weeks without a day off, so I wanted a day off. And then they still gave me a load to mess with the reset because I like to take my reset either at the beginning or the end of the week, so it's not just midweek and messing with when I can pick up and deliver. So it kind of lit a fire under me. I'm like, I'm going to show them that I can run on pure recaps and run hard. So that's what I did.
So, when people are saying like they can make $1,500 a week take home working for like a mega carrier beginner company per se, they're pretty much full of shit or what's going on? Because you ran your ass off to make $1,100.
Yeah, I mean, without the advance, it would have been 1,200. But the 1,500, I can gross that every week without a problem. It only takes me 2,800 or 2,700 miles to gross $1,500. But as far as take home, you would have to be with the company for a while, kind of closer to their max out pay, which currently I believe is at 60 cents.
So it is possible, but you got to be on the top. And how long does it take to make 60 cents at Crete Schaefer?
It is a penny raise a year. However, if you come in, say I came in their 1 to 3 year range. I had just shy of 3 years coming in, so I started at 53 cents. If somebody has 5 years consecutive experience, they'll start at 56 cents, I believe. So it'll only take them 4 years to reach max pay.
So walk us through this now. Like, if someone is gonna run this run that you ran, was it like you woke up 8 o'clock in the morning? I mean, what kind of running are you doing? Is it at night? How many drop offs or pickups are you doing for this?
Each of those, I believe, only had just one pickup, one stop, basically full truckload. As far as the hours, the only thing I can say to that is yes. Uh, if there were times that I would run overnight, there were times that I would start at 2 or 3 in the morning. There were times I'd start at 6 or 8 in the morning, and then 7 o'clock at night.
So, subscriber has a question. Sean says, how many days
Sure.
did you run? 7 days straight for that run?
Yes. Yes. I believe that was 7 days.
So,
So I mean, when you boil it down that way, I mean, it shows that would only be 480 miles or so a day, which is obviously doable.
right. No, I know what you're talking about exactly. And a subscriber asked, so is 60 cents, is that basically the max cap that you can make at Crete and Schaefer?
At the current moment, yes. They are talking about possibly doing another across-the-board raise this year, but I've only heard it as a rumor once or twice. Haven't heard anything concrete. Haven't received any messages or official documentation saying it's going to happen. But they did do 3 last year.
I hear what you're saying. And then Sean asked, how many hours per day roughly?
I tried to run as many as I had. So I might run, unless I was getting a bad recap back. Say I had like 15 hours and I was getting 2 back at night, because I had to switch to overnight or whatever. So I'd have 17 hours, so I'd split that maybe 9. I'd run 9 hours instead of 10 or 11 hours. But I prefer to run hard.
No,
I
I
prefer
hear
to
you.
run as far as I can, get as close to the customer as I can, decide how much time I have to take off there.
And then, I was reading a lot of comments from people, and they're like, when you work for Crete and Schaefer, you're all around the clock. Sometimes you're working morning, sometimes you're working night. What's going on with that? Why is that way?
Well, a lot of times it's the customers. Especially on the reefer side, there's a lot of overnight customers.
Oh, I see.
I
That makes
had
sense.
I had yesterday a delivery that was at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then my pickup was 11 o'clock at night. Neither of those were very good. I mean, the 2 o'clock appointment, I think I was there till 8 o'clock getting unloaded, and then the 11 o'clock appointment was supposed to be a drop and hook, but the load wasn't going to be ready till this morning, so I didn't get to pick it up till about 8 o'clock this morning.
Man, you got to really grind for that shit for real. So,
Yeah, yeah.
a driver asked, do they hire out of Florida? And speaking of that, do they hire out of all 48 states or?
As far as I know, they do hire out of 48 states. We actually have a terminal in DeLand, Florida, out there, kind of between Daytona and Orlando. So I'm guessing we hire out of Florida if we have a terminal there.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And then someone's asking, what's Michael asks, what's their earn day off ratio consist of?
6 to 1, 6 days out, 1 day off. But it really depends on the fleet you're on. There's dedicated fleets. I'm on technically a 21-day fleet, but my home of record is my mom's house. I prefer to stay on the road, and that way I can take my home time in Denver or where I used to live, or can take the wife to Disney, or we can go to San Diego or whatever.
No, legit. And then, so this is great. People are already coming in, we might not even get to all the base
Awesome.
stuffs because people are asking their questions and we just want to get them answered. So on the trucks, are there any amenities? Jason Chad asked.
You can get a fridge on your truck, and a lot of the new trucks are coming with them. I have a 2016 or 17 truck. It's kind of on the fringe, so I don't know if it's 16 or 17. My truck did not come with a fridge, but it was very minimal, and now I own a fridge that I can take with me. I just had to pay them like $60 to install it. There's inverters, depending on the truck, either 15 or 1800 watt, and I don't know how they determine that as what truck gets what, but I think I have an 1800 watt inverter in here, and probably the worst feature on the trucks is OptiIdle. It would save them
I
so
hate
much money
that.
to just put an AP. Yeah, it would save so much money just to put in an APU.
Man, that's legit. No, that's real right there. And this is actually a good question right here because um, Jimmy Vargas says, so are you a company driver or a lease driver? Because we didn't say that in the
I,
beginning.
that's true, because a lot of companies don't make this kind of money on company side. I am a company driver.
But they do offer lease if that is the option that you want.
They do not.
They do not
Um,
off, so there's no lease
what what they
drivers.
do what they do is Crete is a debt-free company. So rather than lease the trucks, when a company truck reaches the end of its life with the company, which is about 400,000 give or take, Crete will then sell the trucks, but current Crete and Schaefer and Hunt drivers actually have first pick of those trucks before they put them on the open market to actually purchase, not lease.
No, I hear that. And then someone's actually asking a little personally. Brian's asking, so how many years do you actually have with Schaefer? Why should we believe in You know. No, no. How much experience
Well,
overall, and how long have
it,
you been there?
actually, I'm not saying believe me. That's why I'm doing this, because the numbers themselves don't lie.
There we go.
Um, don't believe me. Believe the numbers. That's why I gave you my pay stubs. I'm coming up on 3 years here at the end of the year. Overall experience, I've actually only been with Schaefer since June. I think it said June 17th or something like that was my hire date.
Legit, legit. And then another good question, Jesus Jordan asked, so if you're making 16 or $1,696 gross, I mean, what kind of runs are these? OTR, regional, or local runs?
They have, as far as I know, they have all of them. I run OTR. That's what I preferred doing. I tried doing local. It wasn't for me. I missed the open road. I missed being out here and doing this, being somewhere different every day. So I chose to be OTR.
Legit. And then Michael asks, it sounds like, see, some of these people, like, Sean and Michael, they're asking a lot of questions because I truly believe
Sure.
that they're thinking that they might want to jump onto a company like this. And talking to someone like you is way more comfortable than talking to a recruiter. Because at one point you have to talk to a recruiter, but you just don't know if they're full of shit or
Yeah.
not. You know what I mean? And so he says his last question, and there's no such thing as a last question. Ask as many questions as you want. Michael asks,
Oh,
so
yeah.
what is your path?
Or other family members, like a mother, brother, sister, whatever.
Right.
I think I heard that those are 2-year passenger, and this is available at no cost as soon as you have your own truck. Like if you're brand new and you're out with a trainer, obviously you can't have a passenger. But I do have my wife on the truck with me, and the spouse authorization is good for 10 years at
Oh,
no cost.
legit. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. And then since we're at it, when I did that video, I do know that pets are allowed because that one nice gentleman, he did have a
50 pounds. And it is not breed restricted. I have a pit bull lab mix on my truck,
Oh, that's good, man,
and
because
they
I
were
like pit
perfectly
bulls,
fine with
man.
it.
I hate when people hate on pit bulls, man. Those are very smart, brilliant dogs. So if you have, it doesn't matter what kind of dog you have, they don't care, right?
Exactly.
No, that's
Yep.
what's up,
As
man.
long as it falls under the 60 pounds or whatever. And I think that's more of a safety thing. If you're getting the dog in and out of the truck, they don't want you to be lifting too much.
No, that makes sense. Sean asks, does the company offer paid CDL training?
They do not. They do not. Something. I'm not sure why. But they claim that the reason that they don't pay for CDL school, and they also don't give signing bonuses. They do quarterly bonuses and stuff,
Right.
but can be making 53 cents a mile running Schaefer.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And Zach is asking. He's asking. He's getting personal. You guys get as personal as you want, man. Wandering Nomad is a good dude. He'll answer everything. You know what I mean? Everything but penis size, I think.
That's why I'm here.
Expect to make this year, Wandering Nomad. We could start with
This
gross.
year, I started in June.
Okay.
So as far as just 2019, I expect to bring home.
To calculate the whole year, what will your thoughts be?
I'd say that as long as you run, um, and don't break down. Like my first few weeks, I was broke down just about every week. I'd say otherwise, I could probably. It's a pretty decent hotel. It's like it was, if it wasn't in a nicer part of town, it would have been a crack house.
Oh
Um,
shit.
yeah, it was. They pay. There, it's nothing for the first 12 hours. So basically, it covers, oil changes, PM stuff.
So now you guys know if you guys break down, they'll put you in crack houses. But you still recommend the company?
But the nice thing is too. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. One of the other things that really sets them apart is anytime that you have to go somewhere for the company, it is paid. So I had to go from New Kingstown, which is basically Carlisle, Pennsylvania, to Indianapolis to pick up my first truck because they didn't have one there. And they rented me a car there in Carlisle or Harrisburg, wherever it came from, and then paid me the mileage on top of paying for the car and the fuel to go to Indianapolis. So I got the mileage and everything for that.
Oh, that's legit, yo. So,
Yeah.
Red Monkey asks, how's the team pay?
I do not know anything about teams at this point. That's the next thing I'm going to be researching and putting out videos on, because I do have people asking me about teams. So at this point, I don't know. I couldn't even speak on the first thing about teams.
No, that's all right,
I
man.
know they hire them.
Yeah, there's no wrong answer, man. Just, we appreciate you just keeping it real, man. So, govern speed. How fast are we going?
62 on the foot, 65 on cruise.
Man, that's what's up. That's what's up. So that's not too bad. Do they hire felons?
Yeah. I think they do, but I think it has to be over either 5 or 7 years old, and that's since the end of parole or probation. It has to be like 5 or 7 years from that point before they'll hire you.
I'm sure it's case by case too, though, right? Like, I'm sure a lot of times.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If it's burglary or a theft or something, they probably wouldn't hire you because you're dealing with stuff they don't want you breaking into.
Exactly. No,
But yeah,
that makes sense.
if it's something, like and I've heard this happen, something like vehicular manslaughter because you didn't see the person or something like that, and the cop just wanted to charge you with something.
Right.
Somebody jumped out in front of you or whatever. I'm sure that would be like a case by case thing.
No, I hear you. So, Gilberto says, "What's pet policy?" They do take pets. Here's another question to that though. Smoking cigs in a rig.
I am a smoker. As much as I hate to admit it, they don't mind. They just ask that before you return your truck, whether it's to upgrade into a different truck or when you get out of the truck for whatever reason permanently, they do ask that you clean it. Otherwise, they'll charge you like $200 for a cleaning fee.
But they let you smoke then, it sounds, because you do smoke. So there we go.
Yeah,
We're getting into it. It's like power round, you know what I mean? We ask the questions, you just shoot, man. What's the average age of equipment?
absolutely. There is nothing right now. There is nothing older than a 2016, and I think they're going to start phasing those out when they hit about 400,000. The one I have right now has about 325 on it. The last one I had like 380, so it was just about at the end of its life with the company.
So every 3 years, they sell them and buy a new truck, something like
Pretty
that.
much. Yep. And they're debt free, so they just purchase them cash and
That's what's
then
up.
sell whatever to recover some of the money.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Brian O'Brien says, "I know they follicle test, not that I would have a problem." So he got a problem. If he's smoking some weed, can he, will they test him or will they just pee test him?
Oh no, they do hair.
So
They
they
do
do
pull
hair.
hair, and they'll find a place to pull hair. And if you shave your body top to bottom, they won't hire you because they got to be able to pull hair.
I know.
So they'll pull it from your legs if they have to. They'll pull it from your toes or whatever you need to do.
Just like
Um,
mine, like my butthole. I don't know why, if it's an Asian thing or not, but like I could sit on my butthole hair. It's crazy. It's just, I don't know. That's too much. I don't know what you could do with that information, but I'm just letting you know. Okay,
yeah,
let's see.
no,
Oh, here's a good one. Automatic or manuals?
both. Um, they have very few manuals left. Um, I think out of 5,000 trucks, they might have 200 manuals, and they do order new ones every year. You just kind of got to get lucky to get into one.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Let's see. Air sliding tandems.
The newer trailers are starting to come with them. The older ones still have the manual pull bar.
Oh, that's what's up. Someone is asking, what is his channel? Red Monkey wants to support, yo.
It's Wandering Nomad. I think the picture is like a blue background with a W because I haven't figured out how to put a picture on there yet.
I'll
Um,
show you that, man.
I've got like 60 something subscribers,
Go ahead and
maybe
make a comment,
70. And if
bro.
if if I'm up to 70, thank you guys.
No, go ahead and make a comment so that they can see it, and then they can click on your profile from there.
Awesome, awesome.
So make a comment and say, "Here I am." Here's a question: do they hire someone with no experience at all? Right?
Only if you go to one of the approved schools, and again, you'd have to either pay for it or finance it on your own.
Okay. Drop and hook majority or mainly appointment loads?
Surprisingly, as far as Schaefer goes, for being refrigerated, and the fact that that's got a stigma for sitting in docks forever, always, I would say I'm sitting right about 70 to 75% drop and hook.
No, I feel you. I feel you on that.
This
Brian
week,
says he's
this
good
week
on the
is
P
not so
test.
much. This week I've got live everywhere.
No, I hear you. No, freaking. Let me see. What else do we need to know here? Brian says he's good. He says he don't smoke the weed. So I was just joking with you, Brian. So we're good on that. uh, I'm not. Larry says, do they pay for the crackle at the crack hotel?
Unfortunately, not. That's something you got to go out back and get.
No, that's what's up. No, that's
But
funny.
but they're not all that bad. The one in Pennsylvania is, like I said, it's Quality Inn, and um, so they're not all bad. That's just some kind of mom and pop locally owned that they have some kind of deal with over in Tennessee.
No, I heard that. And then Southeast said right along policy. We talked about that already, but it was what
Yep,
was it? It
no
was
cost.
no policy, right? Really for your wife, right? Wife or husband?
Yep, no cost from day one. I believe it's only. I believe they have to be over 10. Um, but uh, otherwise, I think there's um, no restrictions really.
No, that's what's up, man. So yeah, let's jump back into a couple of these paychecks. Let's see what's up real quick. So we know what happened at $1,696 dollars. You ran pretty hard. At 1,400, it looks about the same. It's just you got a little bit less miles, right?
Yeah, a little bit less miles. And let me just pull it up real quick. Oh gosh, darn it! I ha- I've been sitting here answering the questions and have to re-log in. So give me
No,
one
I
second
heard
to pull
that.
that one up. Oh, that's how you know I'm not just coming up with these numbers. I got to log in to look at these checks in depth.
There you go.
Um, Come on, you can do it. There we go.
Red
Yeah,
Monkey said he subbed, yo. Sub to Red Monkey. He said he
that just
subbed to
had.
you, man.
I appreciate it, Red Monkey. 2688 was the miles on there. So, and it looks like no detention that week. So most of it was drop and hook, or I was in and out of the door in less than 2 hours.
So that's what really happened. Is it's just a little bit less miles. Nothing, no discrepancies on that check.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay, let's jump on the next one. I saw one with a zero, so I want to get to that. Where the hell did I see that?
That's fine.
Oh, I see one with 1,800. Let's look at that real quick.
Yep, and actually that kind of coincides with the next one. That one was partially on home time, but that one actually had a question that somebody had asked on the video that you had made on when you just posted the pay stub. Somebody asked about the deduction for lumpers and whether I have to pay for lumpers.
Right.
So I can answer that for them. The answer is no, I don't pay for lumpers. But what it does is when they issue the amount for the EFS check, they it basically comes to you as an advance. Then when you submit the receipt, they reimburse it. So it zeroes itself out. They just have to show it.
So that's what happened with that one, huh?
Yeah. So as far as lumpers go, we do not pay for lumpers at all.
So that's why it just looked like it did, because I was gonna ask you that too. And so the
Yeah.
next one, it said you earned nothing. You went broke that day, bro.
And that's what combines with that 1885. The reason that I earned nothing that week was 100% my doing. I had 3 loads that week, and I went home that week and forgot to take my bills with me. I didn't scan in my bills, therefore I didn't get paid for them. So that's how I got 1,800 the next week, because the home time was split
So you were dumbo on that one
between
for sure.
2 weeks, so it would have been, yeah, it would have been closer to somewhere near 1,000 each week.
Right. No,
yeah.
I get it. So, everyone, he's exposing that he that week he had a dumbass moment, which we all have.
I sure have.
That's funny.
I
right?
sure have.
No, that's cool. And so, going through these checks, you could kind of see that they're all about the same. It's just relevant to how many miles you got to run. There's one that I see that is at $156. So was that one of those where you just didn't run that much?
It only had 295 miles on it, so I think that week it was the week that I took home time. No,
Okay.
it wasn't either. That was a week that I got stuck on this weird load because I went to Cincinnati to go to a baseball game with the wife. So they gave me a load that delivered in Cincinnati on Friday, and then our pay week ends Friday and starts on Saturday. So it delivered in Cincinnati on Friday, but had a second stop in Indiana on Monday, so I didn't get paid for that week.
Right. So that's what ended up happening. So, okay, so
Yeah.
I mean, if we go through all this, I mean, it's almost about the same. But the big question now is, are you
Now
always
the ones
getting
that
your
are
miles?
the ones that are below 1,000 were the weeks that I was broke down.
Okay.
Except for that first week, that was orientation and getting to Indianapolis.
Okay. And how much was
627,
how much did they
604.
pay you for orientation?
275, I think. Let's see here. I can actually tell you when I pull it up. It looks like 276. I don't know why it says deduction when it's an ad, but or no, maybe it's 340 because that's the miscellaneous earnings because the 264 was picking up the truck. Oh, and the 276 was the comm check that they wrote me for tolls, gas, expenses, whatever I might need getting from Carlisle to Indianapolis, and then I scan whatever in. That's why the second check was 1282, is because that's when they had gotten everything I scanned in as far as reimbursements.
So, I mean, let's hear the truth here, man. How many miles can you get working at Schaefer and Crete a week? I mean, is it all over? Because these checks look all over the place a little bit. I mean,
Sure.
the breakdowns are
Yeah.
happening, and the breakdown was bad luck because you're in a newer truck.
It really was.
So you're in a new truck. So, I mean, everything breaks down, but because of that,
Honestly, it was that California DEF system.
we already know what that is. So it wasn't because it was a really old truck, right? It was just because you had bad luck. Your DEF system went
It
bad.
was, yeah.
And so that's what it was. So, we could forgive those ones, but overall, I mean, on average, it looks like you're getting about
I
2,500
would
miles.
say, yeah, I'd say looking at one of my lower checks, as that wasn't a breakdown check. I'm seeing one for 1409. That was 2491 on miles. So, yeah, I get roughly about 2,500 miles a week. Occasionally, I'll get some detention. This week's going to have probably 15 or 20 hours detention, but which is actually the first time it's ever happened. I don't think I've ever gotten more than $50 in detention for a week. As far as the Crete side, the dry van side, they could probably get more miles. I think they have more drop and hook than we do. So you might be. I was quoted when I talked to the recruiter of about 2,500 on Schaefer, and if I was with Crete, it'd be about 2,700 average. So it seems to be pretty accurate from what my recruiter told me.
No, so, I mean, if you had to redo this, would you go, if you're deciding to go to Crete and they own Schaefer and what was it, Hunt?
Yeah.
Which one would you recommend for a new driver to go to? What division?
A new driver Crete for sure. That way you get to kind of learn the road and that kind of stuff without the headache of sitting in docks all day. And with Schaefer, you're going to be running odd hours. I think I'm waking up at 4 or 5 tomorrow morning to run this into Memphis by 10. Um, so, but I might have a load later that delivers at 1 o'clock in the morning. I've had those. So Crete would be a good way to start until you learn how to manage your time. But I definitely recommend Schaefer. They do keep you running here.
Okay, because I'm reading a lot of comments where people say, "Oh, Schaefer has you sitting a lot," but I mean those people might not be even working for Schaefer, right? They the most
Well,
people with the most
or
opinions
they
don't even work for that company.
or they may have in the past. We do have customers that are building with us, so we're getting more drop-in hooks out of these customers. Customers that may have been live loads 2 years ago might allow 10 trailers on their property now.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. So it sounds like overall you're pretty happy with them. So I mean, if we were
Oh,
going
absolutely.
to, you know, and I'm going through some of these. Someone asked vacation and personal days because, uh, you know, let's talk about the benefits a little bit more. Because you said you went to a baseball game.
Sure.
How do they feel about that when you say, "Hey, it's my wife's birthday and I want to get home"? I mean, what do they do for you?
They well, one, you can go home whenever you like. Um, they,
I mean, do
for
you
the
feel any
most
sense
part,
of
don't
anything
question
though?
it.
I mean, real
I've had
talk.
ish.
Like,
What's up?
real talk though, like, do you feel a sense of like them pushing you to stay on the road, or you know what I mean? Like, when we try to not take a load, do they push you like and make you feel that if you don't take this, your job's on the line? I mean, any of that shit going on?
I don't feel my job's on the line, but there are times that I do feel pushed. I've had issues with dispatchers. I'm on my second dispatcher, and I've only been here since June. And even this dispatcher, when I wanted to take a reset last week, and I told him I was taking a reset. I was not accepting any more loads. He said, "Well, you still have hours on your clock. Are you sure you want to do this?" I'm, "Yeah, I've been running 4 weeks, changing my sleep schedule twice a week.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm letting my body reset. Give me a day off."
right.
But
And
as far as home time, no, they will actually push you the opposite way, and they will start sending you messages. Like I'm on a 21-day fleet, so when I'm like 18 or 16 days out or something like that, they'll start sending messages. You've been out this many days. We will try to get you home in this many days. And they do. They're big on making sure that you get home.
so now you said you're on your second. Um, I think we're done with the paychecks because I think we got what we needed from them. So I'm gonna just jump to your channel so people can see it. So Wandering Nomad,
Sure.
72 subscribers, 20 videos. I'm gonna just have one of your videos play in the background, just
Okay.
to say thank you for showing us your pay stubs and so people could see. Oh, you're a redhead, my favorite.
Yep. Well, one of the things that I like to do with my channel is I do quite a few videos on Crete and Schaefer.
Right.
Because I don't mind referrals if people want to do it. But it's also information that people want, and it's information I'm passionate about. But also, I do videos on everything. I do general trucking videos. I did, just a general life of a reefer driver. I did top 5 restaurants for truckers, that kind of stuff.
No, legit,
So,
legit, and some people are gonna see it, and I'm glad that we were able to talk. A lot of people they don't give a shit, man, and I could tell just by talking to you that you do. So that's why I don't. It's not that I don't mind collabing with you. It's like I appreciate you for collabing with me, man. The kind of
oh,
information you're giving me, bro. No one would give me this shit. Nobody would. You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah, that's true. Um, I'm kind of looking back at some of these. Um,
Answers these questions as they go. And hey, people, I'm just letting you know. Uh, I
I see
apologize.
Sean asked.
Yeah, go ahead. Go
Sean
ahead.
asked if Crete makes more than Schaefer. Schaefer makes more per mile by 3 cents. Um, right now, I would be at 50 cents if I was at Crete. I'm 53 with Schaefer, and that is mainly to compensate for the fewer miles we're getting. So overall, it pretty much evens out. Um,
Someone's
yeah,
asking a
that
very
kind of
personal
stuff.
question. Is Meryl still there? Is she a dispatcher? Or is that the lady that you kicked to the curb?
Uh, that was not the lady's name I kicked to the curb. I'm
Wait
not
up,
going
is
to put
there
her
a
down
Meryl
because
there?
she did seem like a decent dispatcher, but at the same time, it's almost like she had no idea about the trucking industry. So that's why I don't want to throw her under the bus. She might be newer. She might be learning kind of how the trucking industry works. So I don't want to throw her completely under the bus. But it Meryl is not the name of the is not the name of the dispatcher.
Yeah, I'm just giving you shit too, man. So, I mean, overall, is there anything else that you would like us to know about this company? Because, I know damn well we all wish we had this video if we went on with Crete or Schaefer or Hunt. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Like,
yeah. Well, the only other things that I can really say is it's good that they don't force New York City. Um, and it's not forced dispatch, but it's strongly encouraged dispatch. If you decline a load, you kind of go to the bottom of the list. Um, so I still they're usually pretty good with the loads. They do go out west. They do truly run 48 states. Um, I had a load from Chattanooga to California, and then up through California, and then a load coming back across to Illinois. So I know they run everywhere.
no, that's what's up, man. And the reason why you're afraid to go to New York is because you're like me, right? Just uh, you don't like hitting bridges.
Oh no, no, I'm not afraid of going to New York. It's more of a been there, done that with forced dispatch, and don't want to do it again.
No, I heard that. No, I heard
I mean,
that.
when you're delivering in Brooklyn or Queens, or thankfully no Manhattan yet for me, and
No,
I'm
no.
gonna try to keep it that way. But I've done Queens. I did one in Brooklyn. I've been out to Long Island. I don't want to do that anymore.
But I'm just giving you shit because when I'm out there, I'm scared as shit. I pooped in my pants twice already being in New York, so I don't need a third time. You know what I mean? Freaking. Well, here's a question that you would know the
Sure.
answer to, um, that you can't get from a damn recruiter. What kind of reefer unit is it?
We use both Thermo King and Carrier. I think the newer trucks are using more of the Carrier units, um, but we still have a lot of Thermo King in the fleet.
So I have no clue what those are, but appreciate you.
they're different brands, like on the drive, or well, for the trailers themselves, you might have Wabash or Great Dane or something like that. It's just the brand of the unit itself.
No, that's what's up. That's what's up. And I'm reading these
And
comments.
in case anybody asks, a question that I wouldn't have even thought to ask until I started running reefer. Um, they only keep their reefers till about 8,000 engine hours. So a reefer can usually get between 15 and 20,000 hours out of it running. But like 8,000 hours is when they're selling it. So that way there's still some use left when somebody buys it.
No, that's legit. So someone asked, and I like this question. What's the hardest part about your job? You know what I mean? Like, if you can, like, what kind of person would be successful at Schaefer and Crete?
Somebody who doesn't sleep much. which is weird because that's not me. I love my sleep. But that's also the hardest part is changing your sleep schedule, because your load might pick up in the morning but deliver overnight. Or the example I use is I had a load that delivered at 7 p.m. My next load picked up 2 hours away at 9 a.m. and then delivered at 2 in the morning.
Damn.
So, yeah, you could potentially be all over the board, and that is the hardest part of this is trying to manage your clock. That's why I recommend doing dry van first, because you have to know how to manage your clock. You have to understand basically every DOT rule. There's been times I've done split sleeper to get to customers, that kind of stuff that a new person isn't necessarily going to understand off the bat.
No, I hear you. No, that's good, man. No, I appreciate you for that. Man, this guy Sean, man, he's trying to go in on you. He's like, does this guy drive automatic or stick shift trucks? He's looking at you like you only know how to drive automatic. Is it true?
Well, actually, believe it or not, this is only the second automatic I've been in.
But you know how to work a good stick, right?
I prefer a stick. I absolutely prefer a stick. I feel I have more control of the truck. I feel like I can choose my gear going down a mountain, that kind of stuff. But at the same time, the automatic is wonderful in traffic.
No, that's legit. To be honest, I'm ready for automatic. I've only driven stick shift, and I'm ready to be chilling and cruising, man. I mean, that's the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a good one. Brian O'Brien asks, in-cab cameras, inward, forward, or both, or do they have a mic to hear you, while you're sleeping?
Well, I actually made a video about this. There is no dash cam, no company provided dash cam in my truck, forward or backward.
And are you positive?
New drivers could potentially have them, just so that they can prove.
Insurance,
and
right?
Unsafe drivers, unsafe drivers can get them. But unlike other companies, from what I've heard, Crete has zero access to any of the footage. It goes to some third party in San Diego or San Francisco or something like that. They review it and they send it to Crete if they deem it to be, and they only send the part of the video that was unsafe. So now, as far as whether the people out there in California can look at it, I don't know. But
right.
If you're a safe driver, you'll never have one in your truck.
And
they have, I think,
okay.
500 cameras in the whole fleet. So.
Okay, so that's not much, because how many trucks does Crete have?
I think between all three divisions, I think there's about 5,000 trucks.
So 5,000 trucks.
Don't quote me on that because I don't know, but
that's not a lot.
Yeah, about 5,000 trucks, give or take.
No, that's good. Because I need to know, because if I'm on driver Crete, I like to drive naked. I need to know if someone's seen my ding dong or not.
Well.
And if they're gonna look at my ding dong, I need it closer.
If you drive naked, I'm sure a dash cam isn't gonna be what you're worried about. It's gonna be, the other drivers and all that stuff looking in.
Oh man! So see, look, I love this. People are asking some questions, and others that are listening in on this are able to answer the question now. So, are there any other questions that you could think of that, most people, if they want information, they could talk to a recruiter. And so we're blessed today to have you on the show. So with that said, is there any other things that you wish the recruiter would have told you that they did not?
Actually, I think the recruiter that I had was very good. I really don't think there's anything, but I've been with other companies before, so it made me learn hard questions to ask.
Right.
Um,
What's a hard one
and
that would be what was a difficult question for you to ask that, that they were able to answer?
family emergencies, what do they do?
All right, let's
Um,
talk about it real quick. What's going on? So, okay, we have a mom
they
that's sick. What's going on?
they will do everything in their power to, um, depending on the severity and the urgency of it, they'll either get you loads, they'll either remove whatever loads and get you loads going straight to where you need to go, or they will arrange for you to go to a terminal or whatever, and they'll either rent you a car or fly you home. Reason I know this is because when my wife's mother was dying,
Sorry to hear that, bro.
I was with a company that is quite blue, and I told them I needed to start making my way home. I lived in Denver. They had me basically region locked to the Northeast. I told them I needed to start getting to Denver. She had about a week or so to go. I needed to get to Denver straight away. So I get to Iowa, and my wife calls me and says, she might not make it through the night. I need you to come home now. So immediately, I call up the company. I'm like, hey, obviously I don't have the hours to make it from Iowa to Denver. What can we do? I have to be home tonight. And I basically got sorry,
Are you shitting me?
we can't help you. Good luck. You can park here at the terminal, and good luck. So I had to pay for. There was no flights leaving that night. I couldn't rent a car because the only Enterprise that was open at that hour was in an airport, and without like a company authorizing it, you can't do it without a boarding pass. So the only way that I had to get home was an overnight Amtrak out of Omaha. So I had to pay for that. I had to pay for my own way to the Amtrak. They wouldn't shuttle me out there, nothing. So, yep, I did. I returned to my truck only to clean it out.
Damn.
My family's more important. So, it's experiences that have led me to those kind of questions. And I do have videos on that stuff. Actually, I have one video called Everything You Want to Know About Crete and Schaefer, where I had this paper plate, because it's what I had at the hotel, and I wrote down pretty much every question I asked the recruiter. I think I missed a couple, but just about every question I asked the recruiter, and I answered it based on what the recruiter said. And then a week ago or so, I made a 2-month update video and actually answered the questions from experience.
Oh, man,
Answered
that's
those
legit,
same
man.
questions based on my experience.
And I haven't watched that one, but man, I'm about the nitty gritty. When you said the company that's blue, I mean, was it okay?
Yep.
Was it the company, or was it the dude or the girl, the dispatcher?
Oh no, it was the company, because it was
Who was it? Tell us.
certain company, drenched in blue, based in Omaha, has
God damn
a minor league baseball stadium named after them.
First one to get it. Who is it? Is it Warner?
It is Warner.
Damn. Damn.
Actually, it looks like Mob ENT.
Got it right.
Said it first.
I'll
Yep.
send you something, Mob. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, no, it
Damn,
was
Warner did that
Warner,
too?
and yep.
Shit, bro. And okay, are you sure it wasn't a dispatcher thing? I ain't repping Warner. I don't give a shit.
No, the reason I know it wasn't was because it was a weekend, so it wasn't even my regular dispatcher.
It was just some random. Yeah.
It
was just like, we can't help you. It's
it
false.
was the operations people I was talking to.
Damn. That shit sucks, bro.
So, yeah, we had to. Thankfully, I had the money to do it, but it was that was a bad experience, and if anybody ever asks me about them, I will have nothing good to say. I can't even say good about the miles because I wasn't getting them.
So, we'll leave that at that, man. Shit. Um,
Yeah.
let's see it. Let's see. At the end of this, my man got to get some sleep. So,
Yeah.
let's do let's just do let's do like 2 minutes of just lightning round questions. And
Go for it. Go for it.
so if anyone has any questions, this is the time. So go ahead, because I know you have your phone open too. What, right, Wandering Nomad?
I do.
So
Gonna look,
yours are jumping on at the same time mine is. So for the next couple minutes, if you guys want to just ask a question, my man here will get the answer. And again, thank you so much for being on the show. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, and thank you for having me. What I'll do is I'll go back and kind of look and see if we missed questions. You can see what comes in. Mob asks super single or duals. They use duals. Trucks have suspension gauge or trailers with right weight. Unfortunately, they do not.
Mm.
Do they give you mess for idling a lot? They try to, but I tell them that I'm not going to sit here and have the truck off when it's 90 plus degrees outside.
I feel that. What are some dedicated reefer customers?
What's that?
Did you answer that yet? What are some dedicated reefer customers?
Pretty much all of the chocolate companies, Mars, Hershey's. I guess those two kind of do encapsulate almost all chocolate, but Walmart, we're dedicated with Walmart, and of course the hellholes, U.S. Cold Storage and Americold. Those are basically places that I'll guarantee detention, even if it's only an hour or two. What's the number and code for the recruiter bonus? I do put those in the links of my videos. Every video, I also include my recruiter's number. So if you guys are interested in that, check that out over there.
I will say this much though. For all you guys listening to this, Water Nomad doesn't give a shit about referrals or not. But if you're thinking about going on to this company, and my man here is showing you pay stubs, showing you what a current driver right now is making, and it doesn't do anything more than just give him a few $100 so that he could go treat his wife out or something like that. If this video did something for you and you decide you want to go to that company, this is not a sponsored video. This is a nothing video. But man, put my man's
and
name
those
down.
numbers. Those numbers are without a single bonus, so it's not like I'm out here starving without referrals. So
no, and
that's not what I'm out here for.
And
I'm
I know
out here to
you're
give
not out here for
information I
that.
wish I had.
No, and I know you're not out here for the referrals, but I'm just keeping it real right now. A lot of people, they love the information. They'll dive in deep to get the information, and then if they decide that they're gonna jump on the company, they still don't put anyone's name down because they're like, hey, why do I need to do that? Why do I need to give someone a little extra? We're not giving extra anything here, so I'm just letting people know, Wonder Nomad, because I'm not speaking, for you, but when I said, hey, do you get a referral, and you told me, what did you tell me? You said, I make enough money, I don't need a referral, and I thought that was dope, man.
Yeah.
So because of that, man, I'm just letting people know, like straight up, like this is a good dude, man. This isn't some bullshit.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate you for being on the show, man.
I do see one other question that I did want to answer. Do I ever want to own my own truck? Actually, yes, and that's why I'm going on my way to, or that's why I chose a company that paid decently, because my ultimate goal is to start a fleet. And I know it starts with one, but I'm not going to make the mistake of leasing. I want to buy a truck.
So that's what's up. And for people that don't know, Vic Med is a dope. He is a dope dude. Like, he's like a mentor to me. Like
Yeah.
when my truck breaks down, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I call him. Vic knows what's up, you know. And so all you guys on here right now, you know, make sure you subscribe to Wandering Nomad because he's giving out these pay stubs when no one will do stuff like that. And second, you know, Vic Madman, I really appreciate that dude. He's got me in a lot of out of a lot of problems. You know what I mean? So thanks so much for that. Definitely. Um,
Yeah, absolutely.
oh, you making me money now? Shit. Look at this. Red Monkey giving me $5. Shoot. You know, I'll send you the $5. Wandering Nomad. This one's for you.
Oh, I don't need any money at all.
You know. No, I feel you, man. Uh, um, but that's let me see. Oh, there we go. Mob says
Excellent.
if you need help, he got 3 trucks, man. He can help you out. Puppy Power, my dog's at home with Jenna. Right there. Um, Wandering Nomad, hit him up on Instagram, man. There's a gentleman here willing to help you, man. So that's great.
I actually just went into to Mom's channel. I think I just subscribed. I hope I clicked it. Yeah, I did. Okay. Yes, I can. I don't do the Instagram stuff. I barely do Facebook.
No, I
But
feel you. No, I think we're good on everything, man. At this point,
yeah,
I appreciate you, man, and you know, Wandering Nomad didn't do this for the subscribers or nothing like this. This is something I asked him. You know what I mean? I reached out to Wandering Nomad and asked him if this is something he would do to help us. So, you know, the 38 people that are in here, if you get an opportunity, man, jump in, subscribe to my man, you know, show him some love because this, I'm telling you, guys with thousands of subscribers don't do shit like this. So many people are just full of shit, Wandering Nomad. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
oh yeah,
you know, I know you're a real one, man, and you know, I thank you for being on the show. Definitely, bro.
there's nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. If anybody has any other questions, they can feel free to hit me up or hit you up, and feel free to ask them. I'm an open
Say
book.
something. Yeah, say something on the message board so that people can click on your channel if they want to. Dirty Broke in the house. Hey, me and Dirty Broke are gonna do a little collab too. He's
There we
doing
go.
fitness challenges, man. You know, I'll get with you, Dirty Broke. I apologize. I've been meaning to. See, I'm just an asshole now, Wandering Nomad. I'm supposed to be good with people, but you know, I'm fake busy these days, man. But I apologize to everyone if I don't get back to you. But Dirty Broke,
Yeah.
he's a good dude. He's another good dude. We gotta get him on. Show me the money.
Oh, Dirty Brooks in here?
Yeah, man, that's a good dude, man. I like him. He does the a push-up challenge with
I think I've
RLC
heard.
TV.
I think I've heard that name actually.
Yeah, subscribe to my man Dirty
Doesn't he
Broke as
do
well.
like biking stuff or something?
Yeah, no, he does everything. He does everything. Harley's
Okay.
everything. Definitely, man. Yeah, yeah. Whoever has YouTube channels in here, I apologize if I'm not showing too much shine. But today, I just want to make sure my boy Wandering Nomad. Click on his profile, show him some love, man. And we're done with this one. And I was thinking I would cut this, but I think some people might get a laugh out of me not knowing what the hell I'm doing. And I'll just let people know to jump in at like 13 minutes. You know what I mean? For the interview.
Yeah.
But you know, anyone that's serious about wanting to go on with Crete and Schaefer, they'll fumble through this video for damn sure because there's none but diamonds and jewels in this. So I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate all you're doing for not just, I mean, not just me, you know, some small YouTuber, but I appreciate what you're doing just for the trucking world in general.
Man, come on, man. Stop with that shit, man. Thank you, man. No, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And we're good, man.
All
Shoot,
right.
we'll talk again soon.
Sounds good. Thanks, man.
Peace.